Hello everyone, today Toys at Anymoon.com is comparing Bandai's DX VF-1 toys against Yamato's 160 scale version 2 toys, now sold by Arcadia. If you're shopping for these toys, you're going to need to hit an importer, but if you're shopping for anything else, do yourself and this channel a favor by heading over to Big Bad Toy Store through the link in the comments below. Let's get the obvious stuff out of the way first. The Yamato design is 10 years older than the Bandai DX design. If you're lucky enough to find a DX toy at its MSRP of 18,000 yen, it will cost significantly more than Yamato's original MSRP of 12,800 yen. Yamato flooded the market with monthly releases, so their toys could generally be found at a discount, while the DX toy is as scarce as rational comments on a Yahoo News article. Since Arcadia took over, prices have increased. Their last toy without super parts had an MSRP of 16,800 yen, putting the toys within lunch money of each other. The DX toy is also much bigger. It's 1/48 scale, making it 30.5 centimeters long in fighter mode, compared to Yamato's 160 scale length of 24 centimeters. The Yamato toy is a featherweight at a paltry 190 grams to the DX's 492. Yamato originally included a flip-top lid, though that was abandoned later in the line before being revived by Arcadia for regular releases. Bandai's DX toy comes in an unexciting box made of sturdier stuff with a more compact feel. Both boxes include a pilot, gun pod, and intake fan covers. They're already installed on the Yamato toys. Bandai adds a gun strap. Both toys include fixed-post hands. TV-style Yamato toys come with 2 pairs of fixed-post hands. Do You Remember Love versions come with only 1 set. The DX toy comes with 3 pairs of Do You Remember Love style hands and another pair of TV style hands. Why not all TV style hands on TV releases? Nobody knows. The Yamato toy comes with 2 display stand adapters. The Bandai toy comes with 3 display stand adapters and a display stand. The Yamato toy comes with a piece allowing you to attach the removable nose cone to the arm of another V2 VF-1 toy. The Bandai toy comes with a tool allowing you to separate the swing bar to free the waist for greater articulation. You're probably not going to need that tool. The Yamato toy includes 4 sets of movie missiles and 4 sets of TV missiles. You'll need to buy a separate accessory kit to get those missiles for the Bandai toy. The DX has an optional antenna for gearwalk mode and a spare in case you lose it. Later Yamato toys and all Arcadia toys include option parts. Option parts consist of armpit and behind the neck cavity fillers. Bandai also includes armpit fillers, and the DX toy doesn't have a neck cavity. Yamato and Arcadia's option parts include a pilot seat so you can display your Batroid with the pilot poking out, but Bandai doesn't go there. Both toys include instructions. The DX instructions are a glossy, full-color affair specific to the release, while the Yamato and Arcadia instructions were more generic and printed in black and white. Yamato and Arcadia toys include stickers. You won't get stickers with your DX toy because every detail you can imagine, and some you have never imagined, have already been painted on the toy. From a sculpt perspective, with minor exception, the DX VF-1 seems to be a scaled-up Yamato 160 version 2 toy. It's the paint application where Bandai really went over the top. From above, you can see that Bandai is using an off-white or light gray color for their TV releases, have deeper panel lines, and have placed markings all over the toy, but you won't see significant changes in the shape. We can spot a few more changes from the side where the DX toy looks more sleek through the cockpit area and tucks the side sensor in a little tighter. Batroid mode is also very similar. The DX toy does manage some minor improvements. The wings sit just a touch higher, the biceps are just a touch thicker, and nearly resolve one of my biggest pet peeves of the 160 version 2 toys. The nose cone doesn't poke out as far on the DX toy, so the neck sits much closer to how it looks in the anime. Arcadia released some premium finish VF-1 toys with additional painted on details. While the premium finish versions do stand apart from the Yamato and Arcadia releases, Bandai took advantage of their larger canvas to put on many more markings, though they oddly left out the ejection seat warning. Both toys have removable intake fan covers that reveal intake fan detail. Both toys have the ability to stow the gun in fighter mode and still have clearance from the ground. This is really impressive on the Bandai toy where the gun is comparatively very large. Both toys have integrated landing gear. The rear bays have the appropriate 3-door configuration, with the front door being a nice translucent plastic insert. Bandai adds the ability to pivot the rear gears outward. On both toys, the front landing gear is also a 3-door bay and includes an articulated tow bar. All gear lock in the forward position, have spinning wheels, and rubber tires. Both toys feature hardpoints on the wing to attach the missiles, though the Yamato is the only one that comes with missiles. The Yamato missiles can be separated from the rail for diorama purposes and feature a locking twist mount, though this is often a durability concern. Both toys have an opening cockpit with removable pilot figure. The Bandai pilot is a very loose fit and rocks around. The cockpit is the one area where Yamato did better with the paint, though Bandai did include a nice piece of plastic to emulate the heads-up display. Both toys have clear plastic lights on the wings and molded-in thruster detail. The feet on the DX toy are huge hunks of metal. Both toys have feet that can be extended to direct thrust. Only the Bandai toy includes an air brake and articulated wing flaps. When you're done flying your toy around, you can put the Bandai toy on the display stand. The Yamato or Arcadia toy comes with adapters for use with one of the launch arm display stands, or you can leave those adapters in the box and get something a little bit more generic. While the Bandai toy is very solid in fighter mode, I did have two nits. The downward-facing pegs don't do the best job securing the arms, and the little fins on the leg, which fold for a future GBP accessory, are easily jostled. The Yamato toy is rock solid and tons of fun in fighter mode, but the backpack is frustrating and has led to lots of broken toys. The hinge locks into fighter position and requires too much force when folding the backpack over for gear walk. Other than the problematic backpack hinge and shoulders that were breakage prone on the first releases, transformation of the Yamato toy to gear walk mode is smooth and easy. Bandai implemented a sliding mechanism for the arms that's simple and feels more fluid than Yamato's shoulder pivots. Hit the card now to see transformation videos for either toy. Both toys come with integrated articulated hands. The hands on the Yamato toy look fine and do a good job holding the gun. They are on the smaller side, so many will opt for popping them off and installing the fixed posed hands. The hands on the DX toy take advantage of the larger scale to be so exceptional it makes the included fixed posed hands less valuable. They hold the gun well and have the added benefit of being able to flip a Zentron the bird. The only shortcoming is that you can't spread the fingers apart, and that's where the fixed posed hands come in. Bandai put the fixed posed hands on ball joints, so they have a bit more flexibility than Yamato's. Both toys come with guns that have extending barrels and grips. The Bandai toy also benefits from the included gun strap that plugs in on either side. The only downside is that you'll want to remove it for fighter mode, but the plugs make that easy. Once in gearwalk mode, you can grab the included antenna to plug into your DX toy. Would it be nice if it were integrated somehow? Sure, but you can always choose not to use it and be no worse off than you are with the Yamato toy. Both toys handle gearwalk mode amazingly well and look great doing it. The DX toy benefits from a chunkier gun and strap. Though it's gratuitous, the DX toy also includes one thruster nozzle in the backpack that's articulated. The solid metal feet of the DX toy create a more stable platform for extreme poses. The feet also have more articulation than the Yamato toy, which can only point the toe or heel up. On the Bandai toy, the fully extended foot is on a ball joint, allowing a much greater range of motion that is further aided by the inclusion of a left-right pivot at the ankle. The included display stand gives you even more options. While technically perfect transformation, transforming the DX toy without having the swing bar separate is difficult, particularly when the toy is newer and all the joints are stiff. If you opt for perfect transformation, you'll disable the waist articulation point, so when the swing bar gives you lemons, just go with the flow and enjoy lemonade. One point of frustration on the first release of the DX toy was the tip of the nose cone, which swings back for future GBP accessories, came jostled too easily. For future releases, Bandai put a lip on the peg to make it a much firmer connection. The earliest Yamato toys came with shoulders that broke easily, and the shoulders should always be treated as an area of concern. Early toys also included a canopy with a rainbow coating that frequently crinkled, so later versions come with a clear canopy. One point of frustration on early Yamato releases was an unforgiving hip latch. Later toys came with a connection that's just as functional and much easier to secure. Later Yamato releases and all Arcadia toys include side cavity fillers. The side cavity fillers are functional, but they feel like an afterthought. They can be a little awkward to install and handle. On the DX toys, the side cavity fillers peg in securely front and back, making them easier to install and adding to the solidity of the toy. While the Yamato toy can conceal the gap behind the neck with a cavity filler, the Bandai DX toy integrates a baffle. Bandai also took a page from Arcadia's VF-1 toy and incorporated chest cavity fillers that swing forward. On the DX toy, they do double duty and keep the chest plate from moving freely. DX toys take advantage of the larger scale with better heads. Yamato toys can look left and right, up and down, and pivot at the neck, but are not ball joints. The DX toys does all these things and is a ball joint, so the head can be cocked. While both toys feature lasers that are individually articulated, the DX toy adds the ability to angle the laser outward. The VF-1A head uses the additional real estate for additional lens details in the eye. Like the waist, head, hands, and feet we've already discussed, the DX toy has improved articulation at the elbows. While the Yamato toy does have enough articulation to do just about every pose you want, the DX toy goes even farther, allowing you to touch the forearm to the shoulder. The most unorthodox articulation improvement, though, is the joint Bandai added under the hips that allows the DX toy to get a much wider A stance. You are going to have an absolute blast posing this toy in Batroid. As with all things manufactured, both toys are subject to build quality issues. My Bandai DX VF-1A toy has a fit issue that causes the chest not to lay flat in fighter and gearwalk modes. My Arcadia Premium Finish Hikaru VF-1S toy had the exact same problem. While Yamato did create a glut of VF-1 toys before their demise, the days of discounts are long gone, and both of these toys are well sought after. If you like heft and size, or are only looking to purchase one or two VF-1 toys, then the DX toy should be your choice. If you're looking for a universe of toys that share a scale, it will be hard for Bandai to ever best Yamato. Yamato and Arcadia have teamed up for 25 unique VF-1 paint schemes to date, and produced 160 scale toys for every series prior to Frontier. Bandai also has produced 160 scale toys for Frontier, Delta, and Macross Plus, so the 160 scale universe is rich and dominant, while the 148 scale is very lonely. The Yamato version 2 toy may be 10 years old, but it was way ahead of its time and remains an excellent choice. Keep up on reviews of new and old toys by subscribing and visiting anymoon.com. Hit the like button if this didn't suck, and thanks for watching.